welcome back to Smarmalade Plays Autumn's Journey. Elmari just confessed to us in a cave that he had not been sent. He had just followed Kerr because he was jealous, but that was kind of obvious. Let's go. And I'm sure Kerr trusts you too, even if he doesn't like admitting anything. It was then that we heard a loud sneeze, followed by Kerr's gruff voice. What are the two of you still doing here? Kerr, I thought you were going to get apple tarts. I already did that, and I'm still hungry. Hope I'm not coming down with something. He rubbed his nose, then urged us to follow him outside. Ilmari and I exchanged amused glances, and I gave him a pat on the back. Good luck with the talk.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see how it works out. I doubt he'll try to chase you away at this point. You two seem to get along now. Once we were in the open air, I fished out some more coins and thrust them into Elmari's hand. Here, you know what to do. I gave him a sportive shove to urge him onward, then waved to Kerr. I have some errands to do. You two have fun without me for now. Kerr shot me an inquisitive look, but said nothing. It wasn't too unusual for me to run off to the guild headquarters or squeeze in some solo sword training. Come to think of it, all I had to do was announce that I was doing night training, and they would respectfully leave me alone quickly. I might as well do that anyway. I mentally wished Elmari good luck and left on a different path from the boys. Oh, my shoulders hurt, my back hurts, my everything hurts. I flopped down onto the bed of my assigned room. I groaned and rolled over, staring vacantly at the ceiling. I'd spent the rest of the afternoon training with some real knights, and now my thoughts drifted to Kerr and Elmari. I wonder how their conversation went. I glanced out the window, which provided a nice view of the gardens and the dark blue sky. Should I check up on them? Grabbing my blanket and using it as a shawl, I exited the lodge and took a stroll in the garden. They would usually be here. Sometimes Kerr slept in the trees, while Elmari nestled by a trunk. After some more searching, I was about to give up when I spotted a leg by one of the trees. Remaining quiet, I tiptoed over and saw Kerr sleeping peacefully against the bark. Issa Booboo. They totally did it. Forget about chicks. The dragons had sex with each other. Beside him was Elmari, his head leaning against Kerr's shoulder. A smile appeared on my lips. Oh, I guess it worked out. It was then I noticed how cold the air felt against my cheeks. My ass cheeks. Many of the trees were half bare, and leaves were piling up on the grass. A subtle, crisp freshness, the fresh maker, lingered with each breath. It was definitely autumn. Are they getting cold? I did not want to disturb them, but I decided to leave my blanket. As I knelt down, I carefully spread it out and was about to drape it over their bodies. However, Kerr stirred. As he sat up, Elmari slipped off his shoulder and fell back onto the trunk.
Oh, sorry about that.
Sorry. I didn't mean to wake you two. Elmari groaned, then rubbed one eye, giving Kerr a pouting glare.
Oh.
Ow! What was that for? He trailed off when he spotted me. Kerr clicked his tongue in embarrassment. What are you doing here? This was man time. I wanted to see if you two were all right, or if you were getting cold. Elmari lowered his eyelids in disappointment. That's all? You didn't want to have a threesome? We were waiting for you. Huh? For a second, I thought you were going to join us. Join us! I dropped the blanket hastily and jumped back, waving my hands frantically in front of me. No, I was just checking up on you. Heavenkind don't, engage in snuggling with friends. But... He fiddled with a strand of his hair forlornly. We've been with you for quite some time now, and the fact we've never bonded feels like we're distant. My eyes darted between them hesitantly. Does it really feel like that? Kerr glanced down, saying nothing, while Elmari gave me a pleading look. After some vacillating, I sighed and grabbed the blanket before taking a step toward them. Fine, but just for a little while. I turned around right as Elmari shuffled out of the way to give me some room. I sat down. I don't plan to stay here all night. I trailed off as Ilmari leaned back against the tree, close enough that his arm gently grazed mine. My shoulder reclined against Kerr, who had one leg sprawled straight and another tucked in. I allowed myself to completely relax. So, I guess Ilmari talked to you earlier, Kerr. Yeah, for a little one, he sure carried a lot of resentment toward me. There was a small groan of protest for Ilmari's lips. I'm older than you, motherfucking bitch. It was obviously he could hear our talk. It was obvious he could hear our talk, but was too tired to carry on a conversation with us. I chuckled. It's not like he was the only one hiding something. Really now, what would you reluctantly like to admit to me this time? He hastily averted his eyes and grumbled.
Shut up!
That. I stuck out my tongue to show I was just joshing him! Just joshing! Joshin'! I feel like I'm in the 90s. Just joshin'.
Whoops, sorry about that.
Sorry, so what is it? He closed his eyes and grit his teeth, and I could hear him inhale deeply.
Look,
I could have returned earlier if I wanted to. The curse was offered to be lifted a while ago. Wait, you can turn back to an earth dragon any time? I would love to see your dragon penis. Yeah, although I need to visit an altar first, since my master still has to remove the curse. But if I do, I won't be able to revert to Heavenkind without Master Bedroom's help. Unlike Ilmari, I didn't bother learning the transformation spell. And of course, he probably won't transform me a second time, not after I refuse to return right away.
Oh no.
Wait, so both of you are in huge trouble now? I can't have any dragon dick? He suppressed a chuckle. Something like that. Then why aren't you going back? There's no reason for you to stay here anymore. Aura! I think I love you. He gazed down at me with resolve.
leave it to me.
I'm not returning until Ilmari is satisfied learning about Heavenkind culture. And until you become a knight. I want to see it. You as a real knight. My heart leapt up in my chest. I could feel my lower lip quiver. Kerr, you really care about that? My dream? It's important to you, right? Kerr. I leaned over and embraced Kerr, genuinely touched. I could sense his arms hovering awkwardly around me. What is this parasitic gesture? What are you doing? It's called a hug. Heavenkind use it to express affection between friends. And right now I'm really, really happy. I'm probably gonna cry. Please don't cry. I never know how to act when that happens. And what does one do in reply to this hug? Usually hug back. You cockbag. I could feel his arms wavering before they enveloped my upper back. We remained in this position for a few minutes. Kerr gently nudged my forehead with his before withdrawing his arms and pulling away in embarrassment. I adjusted the blanket to make sure Ilmari was comfortable. You guys, I don't want you two getting into more trouble because of
Leave it to
me.
me.
It's our decision, and it's not like we'll get reprimanded further. We'll remain with you until you return to Barry at least.
Thanks.
Thanks. It felt strange. Just the notion of them leaving seemed far off, and I realized I had never really thought of it until now. I closed my eyelids and nestled against Kerr's arm while one hand rested on Ilmari's shoulder. These two. My cheeks grew warm, my ass cheeks again, as I glanced at Kerr's sleeping face. Can you imagine an ass blush? I don't want to, but I just did, and now I'm laughing inside a lot. From the beginning, he had caused me much trouble and vexation, petty arguments, bickering, and bringing out our most irritable sides. And yet he could be surprisingly sweet and considerate at times. I wasn't sure what it was, but I knew I cared for him a lot. Dragon dick. I guess I can remain here for a few more minutes. Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer! Chapter 8, maybe? Yes, the last quest.